Greetings, everyone. What an honor to be here with you. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Entity Removal, Past Life Regression, as well as Rising Phoenix Mystery School. And I am the author to Galactic History of the Multiverse Book 2 series. Wow, get ready to understand the universe and the multiverse through this beautiful series. This is actually newly released on the most recent solar eclipse, October 14, and was waiting to be released then, so make sure you go check it out. It is incredible. This book series, absolutely incredible in the ways that it activates and wakes you up to the truth of our creation and the true beauties, but then also the inverted, so that we could know how to recognize the beauty when the inversions try to make illusions of trying to trick us. So I actually just recorded a video on the Rumble a couple minutes ago. Go check that out about the book series and get ready. Incredible. So more information on that book. Okay, so yes, I host online workshops, retreats. My next online workshop for A.U.R.A Hypnosis, Raw Reiki. You're teaching you how to remove yourself from the inverted and stepping into your most organic timelines is in March. And you do this for yourself. So March 2024, and then also my Nashville retreat is in about a week and a half. Last spot remaining for that one person who is waiting, who's procrastinating. So come sign up. Come sign up. And so we have one more spot left for Nashville in a week and a half. And then we also have another retreat in Angel Oaks, 1,000-year-old trees located in the Isles of South Carolina. Come visit us there as well. Come get certified. So that's in March. Okay, and then I am Quantum Galactic Akashic reading, as well as Isis Priestess course is about to open enrollment November 1st. Make sure you keep an eye on if you haven't signed up for our newsletters and all the information that we send out weekly. Make sure you go sign up for that under my website, risingphoenixaura.com, where you can find out all this information plus all the courses. Book a session with me. Come feel the love, and so you can awaken the love within you. Come on. You can do it. You've been waiting, you're ready. Stop procrastinating, get yourself there. And to find more practitioners, Aura practitioners, Raw practitioners, Quantum Galactic Akashic reading practitioners as well, all the sessions that I offer. I also train through courses, which part of the retreats are from, and the workshops, and I also teach these online at your own pace. So yeah, you can find practitioners for these courses under aurapractitioners.com. Incredible. Wow. To support this video and all that we do for only $4 a month, go to Patreon, Rising Phoenix Mystery School. Let's get started. Ooh. Understanding the moon and the eclipse. It's a deep understanding that you have to go within your third eye and remote view and understand the original construct. So I'm feeling this out. I'm getting the vision now that we're going to see some of the original forms of the moon and the sun, and what I will be remote viewing over to you all, and then what they've turned into in the now, and then the significance to them, right? And then how we are within a Mandela. Incredible. Okay, so that's a little summary. Incredible. And you saw me holding up my torch. Let me make it clear here. I am sovereign. I am free. I do not consent to your entities, your hate, and your trolls, your dark, inverted, dark sorcery energies, whatever is going on with you, keep it. It is yours. Hate comments and trolls, just keep it. It'll be yours to transmute otherwise. So I'm too sovereign. Keep your entities to yourself. Thank you. So yeah, let's begin. All right, so wow. Eclipse, how do we even understand that? Okay, so let's begin. So let's look at Earth from the organic crystalline form. So let's see what happens here. Crystalline form. I'm not seeing a night. Interesting. I've never looked. Again, this is live, happening live with you guys. I tend to not see till right when I'm here with you all. Or I see glimpses, but this is where I get all the understandings. So I'm not seeing night in the fifth dimension. It's just light. I just see light. Interesting. Okay. Okay, and then I'm seeing the sun, but I see the sun in everything. I see the sun within the heart spaces of people of the fifth dimension, within the plants, the trees, and looking and understanding like how we are all a sun, right? Even down to the trees. Like show you this image that I was shown right before I came on. So this is an image of photography. If you understand photography, infrared photography is taking pictures of the energy, actually, of what you're taking a picture of. So this is an infrared picture that someone took actually in Salt Lake City, Utah. And you see all of that? That's really what the tree really looks like. There's light emanating out from the leaves. So this is like, you know, a regular picture. Normally leaves are green, right? But in infrared, you see in another spectrum of the being, the object that you're taking a picture of. Incredible, huh? So this is what I'm seeing in the fifth dimension, something like this, where everything's light. Okay. Okay. Then the fall of Atlantis happens, and then the artificial intelligence comes in, and I see like a bifurcation. I see how the sun energies become an embodiment. So they become, there's a portal that I see where the souls are coming in through, but then I see how the sun morphs into two suns, and then but then also duplicates into moons as well. So I'm seeing two suns and two moons, but technically they were all originally suns. Okay, so they go from being one force field of sun energy in the fifth dimension to being physical moons and suns. You understand? Okay, so we understand through the explanation of the Urbano Monte map that we are always referencing, but I'll reference it again here. We understand that there is factually suns, two suns, and people have found videos. I'll show you proof of it, physical proof. So actually in this map you're seeing here, one sun is here spinning and another sun. So let's zoom in here. It's loading, hold on. Okay. It'll become sharper as it loads, but yeah. Okay, so the sun is here. See this ring right here? There's a sun here. Right, it passes right by right over Mexico, which explains why the moons and the suns in Mexico seem bigger. Okay, and then there's another sun out here in these outer lands, which are the lower part of South America, which I feel some of these are guarded by ice now, the ice walls, like down below here. So then this sun powers up more of these outside ring of lands, okay? Okay. So there's two suns and two moons. And sometimes they eclipse together, and we see them in the skies, and again, people are finding videos and pictures of that. I remember one recent, it was a crescent moon. We're also noticing the difference. So the moon is so hard to understand because when you look at her, she looks like there's two moons in her. Okay, so when you look at a crescent, what that looks like, it looks like there is a black moon over her. And this is what I'm here to tell you. I was talking to Metatron and he told me that there are 2 moons. And somehow when you're seeing the overlay, where as she shifts from crescent to full moon, you're seeing the overlay of 2 moons. So but this is becoming more and more apparent when you're looking at her now, because okay, this is what, and that all these Mandela effects that we're talking about, how it's shifting the earth. Okay, so this is what, let's look at the different pictures here. If you guys notice, let me know in the comments how it looks like so say it's a new moon and it's almost like the crescent, it's a new moon, it's almost going to be new moon, and there's a little tiny crescent. You can see an actual object over the moon that looks like a black moon over. So okay, so this is what the moons really look, we're looking like a lot. Maybe a year back, and you see here. But now when you look up at the sky, especially if the sky is lighter, you could actually see this whole version is a black moon over this light moon. And how do we even understand that? How does this even work? Let's try to wrap our minds around this. It's incredible. So if you guys notice that, let me know in the comments, because you could literally see the object of a black moon over, again, this crescent moon. Okay. So just like there are suns, there's also moon spinning on Earth. I'm trying to understand the moon as I'm remote viewing her, because I feel that in one point of the Earth, like the side of the Earth, maybe where the sun of the Mexico, where I showed you guys is at, is seeing one version of the moon. But then on the other half, there's another part of the Earth, especially the outer walls of the ice walls of Antarctica. We're seeing another part of the moon. And what are they seeing? We're seeing the light and how then transitions into the dark of the new moon. And I feel like they're seeing the opposite of what we're seeing. Okay. All right. Something that is incredible that is happening. Also, there's lots of lunar eclipses, solar eclipses that we don't realize. Does anyone notice that they keep saying, oh, the next solar eclipse is not till a year from now, 2 years from now. And then all of a sudden, oh, there's a solar eclipse coming up, because they know they can't hide it. It's like, where did this one even come out from? From October, the one that just happened in October 14, which is incredible. She was incredible. Let's look at some pictures of her, actually, that I found as the angels kept showing them to me. So let's talk about this image here. Incredible. So we're seeing the 6-pointed star, which is basically the Merkaba, the 8-pointed Merkaba. And Yeshua, all that represents Yeshua. So this understanding to us is Yeshua's telling us that the Christ consciousness has come even further into earth. And this is why we're seeing this. We're also seeing the horns, like Divine Mother Isis horns, right? Those are her horns and her actual crown, because with her horns, then there's the sphere at the center, which then represents the power of the Merkaba and the multi-dimensionality of source of light that coexists within this Merkaba. Wow, it's just incredible. And then there was also this one, but I think this one was from April and March. But let's look at this, because they're all significant. Wow. So we're looking at this star. This star is very sacred. With this moon meeting with the sun, we're looking at multiple points, and it's even hard to count the exact points. But if we were to go to we'll go use this farther point. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 points. Incredible. And then here we are. 18 adds up to the number 9, which then equals number 9 means Yeshua, Christ consciousness, again, with these energies. So when the unity of both this, what's happening is when the unity, yes, of the light, which is the sun, and the organic darkness, which is the moon, but also is the light too in the dark, but how they unify together. And the whole relationship, how they've been separated and then they unify together. So what Divine Mother represents the moon, and then Divine Father represents the sun, Father, Son, Ra, and then how they unify together. And in that moment in time, they're unified. So what can happen when Divine Mother and Father unify together? Grandest, most beautiful potentials. And we could also find this unification within ourselves. Understanding this, like how this works. So this is supposed to be an eclipse cycle here, and how the eclipse comes in. Actually, this is not the eclipse, sorry. This is the moon cycle, okay? You see that? Okay, so there's the full moon. Do you see how this is round, you all? Why is this round like that, circular? That means that there's a black moon moving in. Can you guys see that here? Moving in, covering her up. We need to pay attention closer to that. When she goes from a crescent moon, right? And then crescent, and out again. Leaving, where is this going? Can we see the black moon? Because the sky is just as dark as the black moon. You see that, guys? Okay, let's see, what else here? Well, this one's CGI, but it's pretty cool. And the reason why I shared it on Facebook is because they said that there has been times on Earth, especially before, at the beginning of the transition from from organic to having the AI matrix start to integrate with that choice of the collective, that moons and suns were that big. And I feel like sometimes they can be. I feel like they were going to gradually become bigger. We'll have to keep an eye out on that throughout the years. But yes, but the actual picture though of what the moon eclipse looked like in Mexico is here. In the Mayan pyramids. So there she is. Right, there's the sun, and then there's the new moon, which is the black moon, and they're merging, right? Boom, boom. Okay. What else do we have here? There's a couple more here I want to show you from this eclipse, since we're talking about her and him merging together. If you could see the brightness here, you could really see the pyramids. How incredible is that shot, you all? As a photographer, I'm like, oh yeah, I love photography. Look at that pyramid of Giza right there. Okay, another one. Let's see what else we got here. There's another one. Different parts around the world. How beautiful is that? Wow. And I'm trying to figure this out. Somebody shared that somewhere. I don't know what that means. We'll have to get back to that. I feel like that means something. And then look at that. Here's another one. Oh, you are. My goodness. So this is from this one, not the one from April. Look at the star Merkaba sacred geometry that is happening here. See how right here the points and how they're again the Isis Divine Mother horns that connects us, our antennas to the beyond, our crowns. So she's here. She's telling you she's here, and how incredible it is that I I released book 2 when this was happening, and Divine Mother's telling us we're here, and that's who channeled through the book, through me, Divine Mother Sophia, and the Phoenix, the multiverse. So let's see. I don't know if you can figure out points here, but we could try. Let's see. Okay, not including this midpoint. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So hard though, because then these points become, all right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that what the other one was? Oh, the other one was 18 too. Wow, that's so interesting. And then still 18, which equals 9 again, Christ consciousness. Wow, just incredible. Thank you everyone who shot these different photography all over the world and shared them with the world. Thank you. And another one there. You see how much bigger they look there? Yeah. You saw that? Ooh, and this is a close-up. Incredible, huh, you all? Yeah. Something about the shape there. Beautiful. And there's another one. Ooh, and this is one of my favorite ones. I don't know where they took this at, because I found them on their Facebook. Okay, so look at this. So they took the phases of the moon and the sun, and look at this right here. Look at the star it's making here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me start again, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so hard. Is that 8? Let's start with this little rainbow here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can tell because of the clouds. Bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Yeah, it could be 18 because of the clouds. So again, that number of points. Look at how the points are coming out like a sunflower. How beautiful is that? Ah. And I love the way that you're able to really see the detail to the sun and the moon here. And it's a good size wherever they're at. They're really close to where they're, to perhaps maybe, I don't know, where the sun's passing at. Because that's really, really close. Incredible. Incredible photography. Okay. Yep, and that is all for those pictures. Okay. All right, so I want to go a little bit more into the understanding of the eclipse. And I'm going to show you a couple of videos before we do that further. And then we're also going to go into the Mandela that is happening after this eclipse, okay? Here we go. So let me show you a couple of videos I have here that I wanted you guys to see. Okay. So amazing, you all. Look at this. Okay. Look at what happens to the shadows of the trees their leaves in an eclipse. What the? This is trippy, you all, and really amazing. Why would the tree shadow look like an infinity of eclipses? Let's go into that. Come on, let's figure this out. Okay. So what they're showing me is that what's happening is that all life is becoming into what's organic, that is the source of light, is coming into a unity. And especially the trees and the plants. So what's happening here is that because trees are illuminating and they illuminate the light of and the energy of Earth, it's like the whole entire Earth and life forms are becoming eclipses. Do you understand? Little tiny eclipses, like these trees. This leaves shadow of the tree. The power of this eclipse is going into the tree, and the tree is emanating out through her leaves, which then bring out the eclipse energies through the leaves, you understand, into the shadow. So it's that in between of the dark and the light and the unification. And through the shadow of the tree, you could only see what's happening energetically. Teaching us so much of the shadow, right, and how we work within that. Amazing, so beautiful. Okay, so then let me see what else. I think that was it for that. Okay, there's a couple more videos I want to show you here of this eclipse. Pretty cool one here. So this is really rad, you all. Look at this. This looks like a second moon. Oh my God, we just figured it out, you all. Goosebumps. So there's 2 moons within 1 moon. And then she's pointing out here in this video that something hits the moon and it actually hits the wall of this moon. Crazy, huh? Okay. Another video. Oh, it's pretty cool to watch. People are watching the eclipse from an airplane. Oh, it's so cool. Oh. Okay. This one's my favorite though, you all. Here we go. I'm gonna leave the volume on so you guys can hear the excitement that is happening. I want you to pay attention what happens to the light. So right here, they're merging and they're about to fully merge and make that ring of fire. Okay, here we go. You guys can hear it. Look. This is in Mexico. You guys see that? She went through a metamorphosis. She exploded. The unification. You literally just saw the unification of mother and father to make this where they're overlapping each other. Let's see that again. She's building, and they're becoming one. It's like a star explosion. Oh, that must be incredible to watch. I'd be screaming the loudest in that crowd. Wow, you all right? Wow. Look at that, where it paused it. Looks like the bifurcation. See if there's anything else I want to share here. Yeah. We're about to go into the Mandela. 3 suns here.
Y'all seen this right here, the eclipse today? What's that? It looks like, huh?
Another sun. The other sun, look at that. Someone captured it somewhere around the world. I don't know where they're at, but they captured. That looks like a sun. So the question is this our regular sun? Like, which one's our sun? Because this looks more like our regular sun. In Chicago, by the way, we couldn't see the eclipse at all because they completely covered everything. I'm not sure if it was visible though, but we wouldn't know because everything was covered with chemtrails and clouds. But here is the sun, which isn't this what our sun normally really looks like a bigger ball that's full of light. And then here's this sun. So what are we watching? It gets trippy, you all. Which sun are we watching eclipsing with each other? I am feeling that this is the other sun. And how are they hiding the closest sun to us? That they got to be using some kind of technology or something. But this person captured it there. You could actually see, as a photographer, you can see the reflection of both of these. See the sun here, overlaying here, and then the sun here, overlaying at the bottom. See? Right there. You see that? Incredible. The energy. Look, there's a clearer picture for you. What is that, you all? Yep, so there's our two suns. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I think that is all. But let me look. We talked about that. Yeah, the sun. That's it. We're good. Okay, wow, incredible. So let's go into the Mandela effect that's happening after this eclipse. And make sure you're writing your questions there in comments if you have any questions so I can go over them with you. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was talking to someone who's very close to me. And we were talking about, I had mentioned something to this beautiful soul. And they said, I never said that. And I said, no, you literally just said that. And this was like between the eclipse. You said that yesterday, and this is how you said it. And they said, I never said that. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Okay, maybe it's just like something, maybe she doesn't remember, maybe I don't, or I remember the timeline, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's just keep moving, right? First time it happens, I just keep moving. Next time it happens, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. We just entered a completely different reality, you all. We are in a completely different Earth at this point after the eclipse of October 14. And the same thing happened too with the two eclipses that happened in April and May. Okay. So we keep shifting into different parallel Earths and vibrating to closer and closer to the most organic ones. Okay. So the next time I'm talking to this person again, and they're talking to me about their friends and how before the eclipse, a couple of days before the eclipse, they're talking to me about their two friends, and in friend number one has a boyfriend, and friend number two doesn't have a boyfriend, has no interest in having a boyfriend. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Then after the eclipse, I talked to them and they are telling me how friend number two, remember, did not have a boyfriend. Friend number two after the eclipse has a boyfriend who she just broke up with, who she was with a year. And I'm like, wait a minute. You just told me a couple of days ago that she didn't have a boyfriend. And now you're telling me that they've been dating for a year? And she says, no, what are you talking about? And then we figured it out together that Mandela just happened. And then friend number one, who had a boyfriend, didn't have the boyfriend now after the eclipse and hadn't dated anyone for a while. You understand? So they flipped somehow. Friend number one, friend number two Incredible. I mean, and friend number 2 in the second part where we're at now has been dating for a year, even though before the eclipse, friend number 2 was not dating anyone or interested. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I was tripping myself out. Have you guys noticed something when you're talking to your friends and family or people, or probably friends and family would be the closest to realize this too, that what you're remembering is completely different than might have been right before the eclipse? You all think about that for a minute, how the memory is different here. Okay, so which brings us to how does that work? So what is happening with the eclipse? Divine Mother and Father are unifying together. They've just basically birthed. As they unify, they birth a whole different reality. You understand? A whole different. They've just recalibrated Earth into a whole different construct, understanding reality matrix. You understand? This is what's happening with the eclipses. And sometimes people get a little agitated and they have to choose which way they're going to go and so on, because they're experiencing a high potence of Divine Mother and Father unifying together their energies, and they have to decide which way they're going to go. Are they going to stay with the old construct, or are you going to level up with Earth? So there's a constant Mandela effect that's happening, and we do have a video on the Mandela effect, so you can watch that in detail on what the Mandela effect means. So with that, I am loading a video for you guys. I ran into TikTok, of course. Okay. Okay. So here's a video about with phones, the older phones, maybe like 2008 phones. Okay. So you have to get an older phone for this to work. Okay. All right. So look at this, Bernstein Bears. Okay. Let's watch this. So right here, we're seeing Bernstein Bears, right? You see, even saw their fingers passing through. It's all E's. Watch this. Now it's an A. Even though they're, right? You understand? Okay. Watch that again. Okay. So we're looking at the phone, all E's. We're looking at it through the camera of the phone, all E's. But wait a minute. How could they have an A now? Right? How could that be? Incredible. Incredible. Because you're literally looking at the same object, the book, right? But you're looking at it through two different lenses, right? One is the phone, which is an older model, 2008, and then the other one you're looking at with your eyes, your physical eyes. Or the phone you're using now, which is not from 2008, it's from 2023. So what phones help? Phones seem to be retaining a time and a parallel world in a Mandela. So in other words, when you're looking through lenses of the phone, you're seeing it from that time and space of 2008. You understand? And when we're looking at the phone from our current phones, we're seeing it from our perspective of 2023. You understand? So that timeline is still being held from that phone, which helps us understand that the mirrors inside these cameras are more than we realize, and that are reflecting this image into. That's trippy, right? two timelines, you can say. Just as we talked about in the Mandela video, that we'll add the link here later for you. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Look at this. Okay, so in this version, our version, he has no headband. But when you look at from the older phone, he has a headband through that camera. I don't know about you guys, I remember the headband. I remember him having a headband. Think about that. That's trippy because we're remembering these things how they were. And we're literally in a whole different existence right now. But he has no headband there. In the now one. What's this one about? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that one's about. Okay. Oh yeah, like Febreze. There's the old label there. And I don't know what happened there. But okay. So you can find these videos under TikTok where they're explaining all of this. These Mandela effects with the phones. Crazy, huh, you all? Oh yeah, we'll talk about that next time. Big gigantic Tartarian books. I was trying to see, I think there was another one that was better than that one. It's okay. All right. So yeah, this snowman one. Let's see. Okay, so let's try to memorize the way he looks there. Oh, he has no scarf. What? Okay. Crazy, huh, y'all? All right. Wow, that's incredible. So I wonder what people would look like, you all. Like, if you have a lens like that of a phone onto a person, will their hair transform? Will it look different? I get to check that out, guys. Let me know if you run into any of those kind of videos of people and what they look like with a 2008 phones around those eras to what they look like now. See if there's a difference in their background. Okay, so we understand we're in a Mandela effect completely. This is a completely different timeline. Do you see how the Israel thing, even though it's still there and they're still trying, like it's not in control how it was before? Do you notice that? It's like there's so much peace on earth, balance. And thank you, Divine Mother and Father, through the unification of the eclipse for bringing that forth into us and birthing another organic timeline for us to operate within if we so choose it. Okay. So wow, incredible. So let me see what we have as far as questions, you all. Okay, and we should be done regular time, like 10-15 minutes we'll be done. Okay. All right, here we go. So first question here. Is the location of the suns why it is cold in the north and south, but the east and west not cold? This is a question from a child. Ah, so cute. Okay, so is the location of the suns why it is cold in the north and south, but the east? Exactly, yes. So with the map, the inside of the map, if we look, it's going to be cold, right? Like Antarctica, the south, they call it the south, the North Pole to the map, but it's just that the sun's farther away. And that's why, yes, it's icy and colder. But then when we get to the ice wall, so looking at the map, let me pull that out for you. Okay, so here it's colder because the sun rotates right here. So for example, Illinois, we're here, and Wisconsin's higher than us, and they tend to be, say, 10 degrees colder than us. And we're here, and then say where we're gonna go, Nashville, is lower than us, and they tend to be 10 degrees warmer than us. Understand? So, yep. Farther closer we go to the center of the earth, here in the North Pole, colder it will be. And then there's Antarctica, which we've been covering through our series. Make sure you check out that amazing series there. Okay. So let me keep answering these questions you all have here. Someone said, did y'all notice the moon disappear like a couple of weeks ago, or was that just me? I agree with you. Sometimes the moon is gone and you're like, where is the moon? Literally. Like, right? Like, it gets trippy then too. And I agree with you. So that has to do with the moon and the sun are truly celestial beings. And to understand any confusion on that, they're celestial beings that are portals of energy that have actual energy. When you put up a camera lens up against the moon, there's energy inside. If you were to look at it with infrared, you could see an embodiment, heat within, which that means that they are real, like us. They're not something that's empty. But yes, okay, let me see what else I want to add about you saying that, about the moon disappearing. I feel like somehow also these moons rotate to the outer walls. So in times where they disappear from us seeing them, they're really on the outside. Because they do like those like double helix kind of motions, that the images I showed you. So I feel like they're going out that way and then they come back around in their own way. Now, I don't feel that there's an exact like cycle to how they do that. I feel like they move organically and flow. Okay. There was a video that showed people in the States versus people in Australia were seeing the moon opposite of each other. Aha! They look upside down in Australia. See what I'm telling you? That's what I'm telling you. Exactly. What is the reason for that? That's what I was explaining at the beginning. It's like we're seeing Australia, right? Is all the way down there by the Arctic. Pretty close. Besides New Zealand, probably the closest. So we're seeing one side and they're seeing another side. And it's trippy then. Because then how does she turn dark into a new moon, then light? It's incredible, but I feel like we've explained it really good with the phases of the two moons that are overlaying one another. So then in Australia, it looked upside down. Send me that video on through my email. I want to see that. Just title it, Australia moon versus a US, so I know that it is you. And then we can cover it some more. So in Australia, it looks upside down. Let me think about that for a minute. Let me remote view that. Hold on. So here it looks. In Australia, it looks upside down. So interesting. Why would they see it upside down? Let me see what they say. Seeing kind of some kind of mirror effect. Two sides, mirror effect. It's like almost like Australia is a whole nother world. Like they're in a whole nother area there, closer to Antarctica, and we're in this world. So they're viewing from another perspective of the moon. That's really rad. Show me the video and I could get some more on that. Okay. Someone said, is there significance of staying inside when there's a solar eclipse? I know many cultures say to stay inside. No. That's just false information, trying to get you to be fearful of the eclipse. And all of that. I was told that if people, but of course be cautious, and I'm not a doctor, a licensed doctor, but if people look at the sun directly for a certain amount of time, that if you wear glasses, you will heal your eyes instead. And you won't have to wear glasses anymore. So, a perfect time to heal your eyes would be an eclipse. So yeah, it's just false. It's just trying to keep you from tapping into the abilities of the eclipses and how powerful they are. And because literally when you're looking at them through even a video, because some of us couldn't see it, when you're watching them through video, you're shifting with the actual unification. You are shifting and entering, I'm seeing as a portal of the eclipse, and we're entering into the whole new world of Earth. Mandela effect. Where in one your girlfriends are dating, and then the other your girlfriends are not, and they haven't been. Like, what? Okay. So we'll say, why would my pregnant daughter be told to not be outside during the eclipse? That it causes defects on a baby. That's false. I told her not to pay attention. Oh goodness, that is incredibly false. Actually, it would be very powerful for your daughter to stand out there during these eclipses and bridge in that energy for a manifestation of creating a sacred birth in whatever ways that you could unify. Another time that you could really meditate and get some amazing knowledge from your higher self during this time. So no, they actually, I feel like the child, if you stood in front of an eclipse, like the child would receive a full-on activation in your body. I wonder what if we recorded someone through infrared and we watched them watch an eclipse and really go deep breathing, meditation, and a theta, how their body energetically would look like in infrared. And I feel like the body goes through a transformation as you're watching it. I'm seeing like a remote viewing, these people watching, like the one in Mexico that everybody's cheering. I'm seeing them like be a different color, and then as the explosion happened, like joined together, their energy completely shifted. So they went from one spectrum of colors to another within their infrared energies, their aura, everything that they are. They basically just leveled up or shifted. And don't worry if you weren't able to see this eclipse physically. There's always more to come, and also everyone receives the activation whether you're watching this, but I feel that's why you want to watch videos, look at images, because then you receive the downloads. Okay. Someone saying, when you look at the moon cycles, you see the parts that are covered in different areas, like top, side, and bottom. How does that happen? Are the two moons on different paths, or how does that work? They are on different paths. And I feel like when so this is so interesting. So let's look at an image. When she separates the dark from the light, she's on her path, different path, and then she comes back. So let's look at that moon again cycle we're looking at. Okay, to answer that question. Okay, so here, full moon, here she's coming in, right here, she's coming in, face. Or she's also like going from this side crescent to this side crescent to this side crescent. It's like they're dancing around each other. And then, full new moon there, somewhere around there. It's not in this picture, but yeah. And then, so she comes in and then leaves. Where does she go? And then again, she comes back in. And it's like she does a whole spin around. Depends though, because sometimes the moon crescent is upside down, sometimes the moon crescent is upright, sometimes it's left, sometimes it's right. Isn't that interesting? Because they literally on their own dance. Hopefully I answered that question good. Okay. That the two moons and two suns come together. Yes, they do come together during eclipses. Is that what you mean? And then when we ascend out, then they'll become one, where there won't be the dark light anymore. And that's why you want to read book 2 and understand how our construct will be completely different. Someone's asking, could the black moon be Lilith, organic darkness, and the light of the moon, divine mother? Sophia, absolutely, I agree. So, the organic darkness and the light. Second moon sharing the light for all her children to find their way of the darkness. Beautiful. Yeah, you explained it beautifully. I don't think I need to add anything to that. Someone's asking, if the phones are holding different vibrations, are the new phones vibrations lower since they are AI? I feel that they are. Yeah, but it's okay. Our phone is very important to us, because we don't also want, our phone really holds a lot of content, right? Like our websites, our emails, our bank accounts, all this information. So our phones could be sacred to us. And it's another form of how, whenever you're trying to say call out for help, you grab a phone and you call out for help. So your phones, you could vibrate them in positive, polarize them, you could say, into being positive crystalline energy, because they do hold crystal, and like some phones have crystals, I believe, clear quartz and some gold to make them operate. So they need those elements, and those elements you can use to crystallize your phone. Okay. All right, let's see what else. So 1 second, the beautiful sacred geometry light around the eclipse activate your DNA, and this is what shifts us into another reality. Exactly. How beautiful. Deep love and gratitude. Exactly is what we're saying. So then these light codes within our DNA then shift us, and we are literally a different being from the first eclipse, from before the eclipse to after the eclipse, you all. We're different, shifted, stronger. And then we have to get used to, if we become stronger and fuller version of our higher self, then we have to get used to our energies. Because did you guys feel that afterwards? Like you felt a little like, like crazy, like the energy was intense after. So it's like, that's because you just leveled up, and now you have to get used to your new abilities and the higher potence of energy and source of light you may be retaining within your embodiment now. Okay. Awesome. Is the light of the moon really reflected from the sun? No. The light of the moon is her own embodiment. A light and a dark moon. Okay. Okay, cool. And then a couple comments. I don't see any more questions. So someone said, yes, we've talked about this last night, since the moon is in that phase now. Okay, I don't know what that is, but thank you. I saw another moon over the moon for a while now. Oh, you saw that, but just thought I was seeing things. Yes. And I really started seeing that after the first eclipse in April, March is when I feel that happened. Cool. I'm glad you're seeing that. Yeah, you noticed that as well. Good. When I looked at the moon as she became exact with the sun, I saw rainbow colors as the different points. Truly magical. Wow, it's so special you got to see that. Next one is OMG, really? A separate black moon in the sky, right? Yeah, it's different, you all. The moon looks different. Keep an eye on her. So someone said, I've had that happen numerous times. People claiming that I said something and I have no recollection. Exactly. Mandela effects, you all. We're shifting. Their parallel Earth is shifting. We're a parallel Earth shifting, and yeah. Okay. Someone said, I'm sensitive to the light, and I've noticed different wavelengths on different days. One feels more intense and blue, and the other more yellow-orange frequency. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Depends on the day. It's so interesting how every day is different energetically. Every day, and that could be reflected through the wavelengths of the energy on Earth. And someone said, I've seen the second sun. I took a photo, but for the life of me, I can't find it. Oh no! And the next one is like when you see the tree upper part and under Earth is the mirrored part, like a reflection. Exactly. I get that same happens in the moon as in Australia. I've seen another reflection. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, we've talked about these reflections, especially when you get closer to the crystal dome and how these reflections are like you're seeing the true. It's like both worlds are operating. Is when you get to the crystal dome, you're seeing both worlds. Like you are here in this inverted trying to remove yourself, and then you like can literally, because you can remote travel carefully, as we've taught in the whole Antarctica series, and touch this astrally, and then you can see the real organic. So the bifurcation, when you get to the crystal dome, you're seeing the inverted that we're in, trying to ascend out from, separate from, and then you touch the crystal dome energetically, and here's the real world of the organic, of all the real and happiness, and we're trying to. So when the bifurcation happens, right? So let me show you the symbol so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Pull that up. Okay, here it is. And so two worlds we're seeing. The reflection. One is one is the artificial, one is the organic. And energetically, you can see that when they touch. Okay, so I feel like the closer you are to this crystal dome and the outer world, the closer you'll be to the vibration. And just like you said through the comment, they're seeing a reflection. Exactly. Like we've explained. Yep. Reflections. So interesting. And it's like hard to wrap your head around it, but makes sense. All right, so let me see if there's anything else. I think we're just about done. Okay. Okay, so sun gives energy, but why do you feel so drained by it? Perhaps you're getting healing. So sometimes you feel, or there's something inside of you that's giving a counter reaction to that, or the body's healing. And when the body heals, you do get tired. You need to rest and sleep a lot to heal, which the delta brainwave is the most powerful wave to be healing through. So think about doing a healing and checking out your body. Make sure there's nothing attached that's causing this. So someone said it all began on Mother Moon. It was all sex and procreation. Mother Moon will show her true colors along the golden era. Yes, beautiful. Okay, and someone said in the photos I took of the sun during the eclipse, the green orbs in the photos have little moons in them. So yeah, so they're trying to tell us that there's multiple moons and suns. Okay, we're good. Yep, we answered everything. Thank you, everyone. Incredible video. Make sure you guys go check out, oh my goodness, me speaking about the book 2 being out. Oh goodness, Galactic History of the Multiverse. Go listen to the whole back end and the summary that I'm speaking about, added information, so you can buy the book. If you haven't bought it, buy it so we can start now eradicating it from our world. Let's go. I love you, honor you, and respect you. You are loved. Come join me in Nashville when we're Spa Orin, Angel Oaks, online workshop in January. Go find a practitioner or practitioners.com. You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for understanding this content and for sharing it. I love you, honor you, and respect you. I will see you next time.